And we are back. Hey guys. Hey Track.
Hey.
So apparently this deck, when Track and I were talking ahead of time, we were saying, oh well, it'll probably lose the first couple of games, and then once it's better, it'll start winning. But apparently, it just wanted to win from the beginning.
Yeah, it's on a run right now. It's
Yeah,
3-0.
yeah. So Track and I were talking, and we were thinking, we've done a pretty good job building a nice free-to-play deck. What we're going to do now is we're going to show you what the deck might look like if you were a little less concerned about keeping it as cheap as possible. And we're going to put in a couple of legendaries and stuff. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, so looking over things, I know our Blood Imp was good for us, but take my word for it, this card's a little situational. To the point we were making earlier, Drain Life is good against lots of little guys, but our deck doesn't really have problems with little guys. It has problems with bigger guys, so we're going to cut these Drain Lives too. So that frees up 3 slots. And with those slots, I'm going to put in another Doom Guard for all the reasons we were talking about it before. We're going to put in a Mal'Ganis. I know this guy looks a little bit crazy expensive, but if you ever get him out with Void Caller, you pretty much just win the game. It's nice. And then we are going to add Loatheb. Loatheb, I know we're adding 2 legendaries, but Loatheb is pretty easy to get. You get him in the Shade of Noxramas expansion, which is really fun and a good way to get a lot of solid cards. And what he does is he allows us to play around all these sweepers while maintaining a strong board presence. Any other thoughts, Track, before we jump into the final match?
I think. I mean, what do you want to say the win condition are you now with the addition of Mal'Ganis? You're really just looking to control the board so you can get the big guys into play,
Yeah,
or are we?
that's still pretty much the plan. The plan is still control the board as much as possible, and then eventually win with a big attack when they don't really have much left, or burn them out like we did in the last game.
Sure. So then the key is definitely to be. I apologize because I can't see the current deck list.
Oh,
But
sure.
how much removal do we still have in the deck?
We don't have a lot. We basically just have Soulfire and Dark Bomb, and to some extent Ironbeak Owl. But what we found was that we didn't really need as much removal once we added in all of these cheap creatures, because we could just attack
Yeah.
and trade up. Also, because things like Haunted Creeper and Knife Juggler essentially work as removal. Also, Doomguard is actually a pretty solid removal spell against
True.
kind of mid-range guys.
So really, this is going to be the same. Like, this is going to act a lot like a mid-range deck, where the deck's success depends a lot on the most optimal trades possible. Then.
Right. And that's why we want to just control the board as much as possible.
Totally.
So Track is actually going to play a real deck against us, real ladder deck. So this is going to be our greatest challenge yet, but we've been working hard, so let's get there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna opt for the current mid-range hunter that's been recently popularized by a Hearthstone player who goes by the handle of Sen X.
Okay.
He obtained rank 1 on the European Union server, or the EU server rather, using this deck, and it's basically all over the ladder right now. So chances are, whatever deck that you take onto ladder, you will most likely see this or a very distinct version of this.
Okay.
So I figured it would be an optimum choice to spin out, or to take this new deck out for a spin.
All right. We're facing the bad guy. Let's do it. See you in a few minutes.
Scumbag Hunter.
Yeah, Scumbag Hunter.
All right. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay.